Hey guys, Angry Monkey here.
And guy with the thermometer, Jackson Ferrell from Hot Pile of Garbage.
Or Junpei.
Yep.
Or both. Same person. He's really Junpei.
Yep, I'm really Junpei.
Oh, you took the thermometer off. It says open at the bottom of the gauge. I wonder what it means.
Maybe when it gets that hot, something will open? Huh. So, I guess
Bottom screen.
We're gonna have to... Thank you.
You're
You know,
welcome.
it had been a while since I made that mistake. I figured maybe...
There's nothing in the toilet, man.
If there was, that would be gross.
Yeah, poopy.
There might be something in the tank, you know. Let's open that up.
Let's open the poopy up.
Red key card.
Oh.
It's a red card. Probably a key card. Do you remember if you saw a card reader anywhere around here? Well, let's see. There's a shelf.
It's a skinny shelf.
Mm-hmm.
It lost weight, and now it's skinny. It's not a fat shelf.
A wooden box. There's something in here.
Ooh, luminol.
Luminol.
What is this thing? Some kind of spray bottle? There's something written on it. I can't read the rest of it. Label's all faded, man.
Let me see that. He just grabbed it from him. That wasn't very nice. Oh, this is luminol. You know, forensic guys use it at crime scenes.
Oh, yeah. That stuff that glows blue when you spray it on blood? That's cool, man. Even if the blood's been wiped off, it'll still glow. It's cool.
Ah, the miracles of modern science. What fascinating... Oh, hey. Haha, I see
bottom
what
screen.
to do. Okay, and we've got a bucket.
Yeah, okay.
It's a tin bucket. Hey, Jumpy. Do you remember back in elementary school when you spilled all your paint across the whole classroom? They made you clean it up and they gave you a sponge and a bucket like this.
Hey, come on now. Can't we just leave the past in the past?
Oh, but memories are fun.
Yeah.
Bottom screen.
Especially the embarrassing ones.
Junpei reached for the broom, and as he grabbed it, he heard a soft voice from behind him. It was June.
The rabbit hutch.
Yeah, I picked up the bucket so that none of us would accidentally kick it. Huh?
He turned around. June looked sadly pale, but there was a smile on her face.
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Jumpy and the broom. You were always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
I was?
Don't you remember?
Junpei stared at the broom in his hand.
You mean you don't remember that summer either?
She looked very sad. He shook his head.
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that? It was terrible. Huh?
They were in 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning.
Literally duty.
On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry.
Ooh.
Oh, the deep voice. Kind of raspy.
Yeah.
He had no idea why until he looked behind her into the rabbit hutch.
Oh, they're dead, aren't they?
The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits.
Yikes.
Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand and you looked very serious and you said, "Don't cry, I want to catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying. Well, the real...
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were going to catch the killer together.
June smiled, and a little bit of the flush of her life returned to her cheeks.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember.
The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. They would ambush the killer at night. At night.
At night.
SpongeBob reference. Ow! I burnt my hand! At night.
Sadly, that reference goes right over my head because I haven't seen that episode.
That's a really good episode. Basically, SpongeBob and Squidward, and they stay late. Basically, open 24 hours a day, and Squidward tells SpongeBob a scary story that it's haunted. But before that, it was one of those. SpongeBob's really excited that it's nighttime and taking out the trash at night, and I burnt my hand at night. It was just everything was at night. So
night makes everything better.
It was a warm summer night.
At night.
At night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky. And June's, Kane Kuroshiki's face. That night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived.
But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
He felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked at him, confused.
Well, come on. We were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
I wasn't worried. Because you were there with me.
She blushed
Aw.
furiously.
You know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know?
Oh yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were gonna make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't gonna tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
Yep, just threw myself under the bus there. Yeah,
Good job,
yeah,
Junpei.
it is.
Junpei ruined a chance at a relationship. He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important. Hey, what's that?
Oh, Junpei, this is the jerk door, isn't it?
That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had asked to take care of the rabbits so he could be near June. But it had been so long ago, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he felt back then. Ooh, Facebook message.
Woohoo!
My dad sent an attachment. Oh, I know exactly what this is.
Oh boy. Welcome to Angry Monkey Personal Time, guys.
My dad sent me a video of Hank Hill dressed as Ash, and I know what video it is. Hank and Boomhauer are having a Pokemon battle, and Boomhauer has Charizard, and Charizard uses a flamethrower or something on Butterfree, and so then Butterfree's on the floor, and Butterfree!
Oh yeah, it is Bobby as Butterfree.
I'm okay, Dad!
It's so weird.
If you guys hadn't seen that video, you gotta check. It's absolutely hilarious.
Yep. Anyway, back to the broom.
Yeah.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know? We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Sorry, I had to get back to the...
Yes.
June nodded curtly, then turned and walked away. Yeah, they spent all this time with a dead body next to them, and they were going down memory lane with that right next to them, so... Junpei turned and looked at the room. At Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor. Yep, still there. They hadn't moved, because that'd be weird and scary. The conversation he and June had been having scarcely fit their surroundings.
Ooh.
But perhaps that was simple human nature. Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find by talking about dead rabbits. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperately to live when the snake lay dead before him.
Well, that's weird.
He had to live. He wanted a life again, a life with June in it. As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live. Okay, all that for the broom.
Got a broom.
What are you doing with that broom?
Well, I guess we'll see in a moment. I wouldn't pick it up if there weren't some use for it.
Exactly.
No, I've just got to find what that use is. Those letters written in blood. LLR. Do you think that might be some sort of dying message from Snake? No, that's impossible. You saw the body. You aren't doing anything after something like that happens to you. Then this, the way the blood's dried, tells you it's real old. Whoever's blood this is, it ain't Snake's. Then you're saying this blood was put here a long time ago. Yeah. Well, that's super weird.
Why would there be blood just smeared on the wall?
Yeah. I guess Zero set it up beforehand to give us a hint at this puzzle. LLR. Doesn't really give me enough to noodle around with the controls there. And when I look at these, it's all the same message. Leave it around for now. Is there anywhere else we want to go besides the body? Haven't looked at the toilet paper.
Oh.
Is that a blood stain?
It's a toilet paper with some kind of red symbol on it.
You think maybe that's a Skytail cipher?
Skytail cipher? What's that?
You wrap a piece of paper around a stick, then write several sentences on it, so that the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper, and you can't tell what the original message was, right? That's how it works, more or less. Then to decipher it, you gotta have a stick that's the same diameter as the original one. Same diameter as the original one, huh? Yeah. Then you just wrap the paper around that stick, and you can read the code. Well, we've got a stick, and some toilet paper. What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom?
Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper around the broom, huh? Looks like the symbols line up perfectly, man. You actually are kind of smart sometimes, Junpei.
I am a genius.
It says 634 plus.
634 plus. And that's all the toilet paper. So there's a stack of toilet paper. None of the others have writing on it. Okay, we've looked in the box. We've gotten the bucket and the other thingy, and the stuff out of the tank. There's more toilet paper. Dividing wall that separates the toilets. Can't get to it, can I? There's some toilet paper on this shelf. Inconsequential toilet paper.
Yeah.
That's the door we came from, right?
I think so.
So clicking on it probably won't
Oh, wait,
do it.
no. That's the door that we need to go out of, but we need to type in the code.
Okay, which is 6. Nothing happens when I press these buttons.
Oh, it looks like the power's on, man. I'm wondering what the deal is with those things that say lock up there, though. It looks like the red light is off, man.
Yeah, and it still says lock.
Lock, huh? There's a blue light next to it, but it's off, man.
Okay, we gotta turn on the lights, and then, well, there's a lot we can do. If we can somehow get the drain to flood, for starters, figure out what LLR means. That's where we came in. I guess it's not locked, but there ain't really any point. All that's out there is the numbered door. We can't get back through the numbered door even if we wanted to. Indeed. We've got a bunch of stuff in our inventory.
I mean, I know some things that we have to do, but I can't reveal that. But maybe we'll figure some of that out in the next episode. I feel bad though. We didn't really accomplish too much. It was just all memory lane stuff. But
yeah. Well, hope springs eternal.
Yeah. So hopefully in the next episode we'll figure out how to get out of this room. So
yeah, potential progress. You'll find out. So will we.
So see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.